This is a 12-volt mini split. If you just simply take this back piece and fold it down, then by simply pulling this pin and dropping this down, you've got USB ports and 110-volt ports back there.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to meet Kirk. Hi Kirk.
Hello.
And we are going to see a van that is pretty stunning. So you have been on the road for a while. How long have you been on the road?
Going on 5 years.
Okay. Have you done a lot of vehicles in that time?
I started out with a shuttle bus. Then I moved on and built a foamy trailer. And then I built the van. So 3 and 5 years, I guess, is what we're doing.
And you do the complete build yourself. You buy
absolutely.
This is an older Dodge, and that's just something that you enjoy and look forward to doing.
And I actually was towing the trailer with the Suburban. The rear end went out in it. I needed to buy something, and that's what came across. I let the universe guide me, and that's what I got. I went through a lot of thought process on how to deal with it, and decided it was the best thing to tow the trailer with.
Right. So. And I guess all those different experiences you've had with different vehicles have paid off, because I think this is one of the most unique vehicles I've ever seen.
It is, and it's not even finished yet.
Yeah.
But you know how it is. They're never finished.
Yeah. Why did you go on the road 5 years ago?
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, it's like, I lived the vortex life. I was actually a butler chef all my life, and I dealt with high-profile people. And when I turned 50, I looked around, and I realized there's a bunch of miserably unhappy people. And I changed my whole life, and went and did the blue-collar thing. That didn't work for me very well. And the road called me over and over. I grew up in the 70s. Vans were a thing.
Right.
And when you combine vans and technology nowadays, why not? And, you know, with income, when you can turn the key, you can go anywhere you want.
Right.
I mean, I left Atlanta and I was supposed to go to Happy Jack, and there was fires up there. They called and told me, and that was on a Monday. By Wednesday, I had 5 different job offers within 1,000 miles. And to be able to be mobile and go there and have your house at the same time, it's awesome. You
work primarily then in the food service industry?
Actually, no, I was a chef all my life. I don't do it that much. I build stuff. I sell dreams. You know, I sell old vehicles that people want to restore, and I have a blast with it.
So you've just done amazing things with this van. I think you're really going to be super impressed. So why don't we go ahead and check it out? Tell us a little bit about the van.
It's a 1995 Dodge B3500, making it a 1-ton van. I've done a lot of work to it to make it mechanically sound. The motor's very strong. I replaced the radiator, all the hoses, the belts, the brakes, the rotors, rear end differential, done it all. So mechanically, I can go anywhere. I can do whatever I want. I've put a lot of effort into this thing, and as we go around, I'll show you what all the different things are. This is one of those ones where I didn't compromise. I bought what I wanted, and I have what I want.
So did you put on the high top?
High top came in it. It was a handicap van. That's why they had the high doors, and they had the lift right here.
Right.
Lift wasn't in it when I got it, just had a seat in it. The unusual thing is it actually has a steel roll cage built throughout the whole thing, which most of them do not have that. That allowed me to sister onto it in order to do the beadboard and make everything nice and insulated. I've got 1,500 watts of solar on it, 500 amp hours of battery, nearly 3,000 watts of LED lighting on the sides for lighting up the trails and so on. Sunroof, backup camera, Bluetooth, subwoofers, 75 gallons of water on demand, continual flow hot water heater, diesel heater, and a very unique bed.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so you everything you could possibly want, you have here.
My theory has always been, if you want something bad enough, go earn the money and pay for it.
Yeah. And
I get what I want. So I work hard for what I do, but the satisfaction I get of doing this stuff, it's just heartwarming. It's just, you know, it's all part of my heart of what I want to do.
Right.
It's just fun.
Right.
So,
well, why don't you show us around?
Here in the front, the sunroof, that glass actually removes. Those things there are a ridiculous amount of light that comes off the front. I did paint the whole thing with Raptor bed liner, which I highly encourage people just prep properly. On-demand, continual flow hot water heater. This here is hooked into the hot water system. It's a garden sprayer to where I can hook a garden hose up with a 25-foot hose, and I can rinse off the solar panels. This is what they call, and it's the brand name, kick-ass shower that folds out. It's a 42-inch square shower, and here's all my shower hookups right here. Then in the back, I've got a 12-volt mini split, backup camera, water fill, plug to charge my batteries back up with if I have to. And there is the lithium batteries, charge controller, inverter, diesel heater, water pump accumulation tank. And then the water tank itself has got a slot in the middle and it's backlit to where if you can see your water level just by pushing a button. 1.5 inches of insulation in the floor, 3/4 plywood. All the walls have at least 1.5 inches of insulation and then fortified with spray foam.
Wow. And how much solar do you have up there?
1,500 watts.
1,500 watts.
300 watt panels, and I bought them solely on the size to get them to fit up there.
Right.
And the good thing is they tie into the metal framework on the inside, so they're not going anywhere. What appears to be a fold-out compartment is actually nothing but a fold-out table. It's called a Caravan table. They're like $100. And again, not finished. Going to put beadboard on all this stuff and build more cabinets above and so on. This is a 12-volt mini split that's tied into the red box you've seen on the back. Pretty efficient, just awful noisy. I'm not saying anything negative about them, but I like the conventional 110-volt mini splits better. They're much quieter.
So I know a lot of people are going to be very curious about the mini split. How much power does it draw? Do you know off the top of your head?
Start up 500 watts, 550, and it'll run down about 200, 2.25.
So if it's just on medium high, 200, 250 watts.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And it's 11,000 BTU. The wonderful thing about it is it takes R134 Freon, 2 cans, which is what you put in your car. Again, it's noisy. The fan is noisy, but I paid like $360 for this thing.
Really?
They're not expensive. I know that since I bought it, the prices have gone up, almost doubled.
Yeah,
and everything.
Everything has.
I refer to it as a Chinese diesel heater, but it's an air conditioner.
Right.
So I don't know the longevity of them. I don't know how they're going to work out. I know that it's more than I'll ever possibly need, and I will not be sitting here with the AC blowing in my face. But I strategically located it where it's at because I found if you put it in the front or the back, first off, it messes with your build. Secondly, one end is warmer than the other. When you put them in the middle and run them sideways, it gets everywhere. And if you need to supplement with fans, you can supplement with fans. It was like I said, less than $400. And the reason I chose Amazon, I just find the return process is a lot easier with Amazon than it is with eBay. I think it's going to be kind of like the Chinese diesel heaters. I think they're going to be okay for a bit. I don't know maintenance-wise as far as, it's not going to create maintenance issues. But I think I'm just questioning it. Okay, it was so low priced and such a good idea, and time will tell. I've known a couple people that's put them in since they met this one, and they've had success. There's going to be more shelving built into this. The sink is right here. I've got a little pop-up countertop to where I can cook, and I have a small propane stove that I just use the bottles on, but I do have propane tanks set up for the hot water heater. The couch, as you can see, has a big mirror behind it. It's a little bit unusual. I've got storage underneath for 6 different totes. If you just simply take this back piece and fold it down, I've got storage back in there for clothing and so on and so forth. Then by simply pulling this pin and dropping this down, this is my bed.
Wow. And it's huge. Of course, is it a queen?
It's 42 inches, and then I've got a little nook cut out for the doggy over on the side. I've got storage over here on the side. You've got USB ports and 110-volt ports back there. And, of course, the lighting and so on. These are basement windows that I put in, and I molded them all out of PVC board. And with the fan and the windows, it's an unbelievable amount of breeze you can get through there. I didn't want to have to go through dropping a dinette or going through a real pain to make my bed every day. And this is just fine.
That is so fast and easy.
That's convenient. You're done. And you're done. It's just that. I would like to have a few more inches, but everybody does. And when I first got this, I could stand up in it. But by the time I insulated everything, I lost 6 inches. But it's very important. It doesn't take much climate control in this thing at all.
Right.
And it maintains it. I mean, the glass part is the big negative. Now in the front section, got my controls for all my exterior lights and my backup camera. This is the touchscreen DVD, MP3, CD. It does everything. And it's all tied into the surround sound and the subwoofer. This is my backup camera. This is USB ports, fast charging ones. My digital clock, because I'm old and I want to know what time it is. Just little compartments for stuff, storage. It's got a lot of trim that needs to be done, but it's a as you go kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, you just start cutting wood and know that didn't work. That's my second attempt. And there's still some modifications I want to make. And trimming everything out. When you build stuff, you're always conscientious about imperfections. This is set up to where you can have a fold down TV if you want it. I tried it. I don't like it. It blocks this. I want this more importantly than a TV. And who needs a TV anyway?
Right.
You've got tablets, you've got phones. You
Right.
don't really need one. The whole idea is to live out of the van, not in the van. I'm still going to put more cabinets up above. Being a chef most of my life, I will make sure I have all the vinegars and oils and so on and so forth for cooking purposes. Everything set up to where I have tables outside. You see there's not a lot in here. It's because I have my outdoor kitchen somewhere else. And I didn't see any need to bring my kitchen with me. So
Yeah.
I park in the side of a warehouse, okay? And in that warehouse, I've got tables folded out, and I've got refrigeration, my stove, and so on and so forth. We don't have running water in the building, but we have electricity, okay? I don't need it for what I do, but, you know, even in the middle of the building, I'm still sleeping in this thing, living in this thing.
Right.
And it's kind of exciting to actually go on a trip. I mean, I drove up here this morning from Yuma, and it hadn't been moved since I came down from Happy Jack. And I chose not to put any stain or paint or anything on it because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I will probably eventually treat it with linseed oil or something like that, but right now it's just all raw wood. Still got work to do, but it's my passion. It's
Yeah.
what I like to do.
Yeah. And right now it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, if you said I'm done, I'd say, wow.
Yeah, no, I still have quite a bit to do, and I've got the blackouts for all the windows and all that different stuff.
Right.
So,
And over here you have a little freezer.
yeah, that's my freezer, which is just for ice, for beverages. I like ice in my beverages.
Sure.
This is refrigeration here. I've got the power. You know, I have way too much power for what I'm doing,
Right.
but that's okay. Have a lot of fun, and, you know, what everybody says about the whole thing about living on the road, should have done it sooner. But I was busy playing adult life. And once I got out here to play, I enjoy it. So
Yeah.
I meet people that are my age or younger and physically just not doing well. And it's because they don't have anything to look forward to.
Two questions I always have to ask is, how do you go to the bathroom? Well, now here's one I haven't seen yet. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah. Pretty amazing. And you found this to be plenty strong.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I bought one of the round ones.
Uh-huh.
It's very similar to this guy right here. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have it, but I didn't like it. It was too big, too bulky. It didn't work well. But this right here is very simple, folds up easily.
There you go.
And what's your other question?
Showering.
I've got on-demand hot water heater. I've got the shower outside that's like an awning.
Uh-huh.
It folds out, has aluminum frame on it, and little tethers that go to the ground. And then I've got the outside shower hooked up.
Well, Kirk, thank you so much for sharing this with us. I think the bed's the best bed idea I've ever seen. I think it's brilliant. And the whole thing is just done so well and really, really good. Thank you so much for sharing.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
So folks, I'm sure you've got some great ideas here from Kirk. If so, then like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.